Aries, what's going on? Kapualani here. Got your girl and her moon, Aries full moon reading. So this is your full moon, Aries. Let's see what the cards have to reveal. Keep in mind, of course, that whatever your other aspects are, your moon, rising, and Venus especially, but it can include also your north node and whatnot. Check out those other aspects to see what might be in store for you. All right, so let's see what's coming up. What you need to hear from the universe, your message. The moon. Okay, Aries, so one of the biggest things that I'm getting is slow down. This moon energy is a reminder that not everything is as it seems. You could be very affected perhaps by this moon. There may be some things from the underbelly that are surfacing or that you might be probing around and feeling is what I'm getting. You could be picking up on certain energies or vibrations. Give those vibrations a little bit of time to be revealed rather than being reactive about it, all right? That's going to benefit you. So it's about really allowing things time to digest, allowing things a space to develop before just jumping to conclusions or rushing through the process, all right? So it's a very sort of inward feeling right now. What is this full moon going to be bringing up into your awareness? Yeah, Father of Swords. So it may really test your sense of, I want to say, self-awareness, of patience, of maintaining and sustaining a sense of authority, control, and self-discipline, if I hadn't already said that. This Father of Swords moon combo, you know, that owl seeing through the dark. So it's urging you again to not be reactive, to take the time to really analyze, to take the time to allow for your senses to adjust to your environment, adjust to the circumstances accordingly. And if not adjust, then just allow for that sun to come up, you know, because night doesn't last forever, right? And so again, what's being brought into your awareness, choosing to elevate your consciousness into a space of, again, self-discipline, going by logic, going by fact, and adjusting accordingly, all right? You want to analyze or at least be aware of the information that's available to you, but you don't want to just go by info. You want to use your wisdom, your life-lived wisdom and knowledge when you're navigating as well, okay? So there may be some things that, you know, internally, on a gut level, you may be feeling very strongly, but this Father of Swords, again, is telling you to be non-reactive, to observe from a higher authoritative position. And I'm hearing don't take anything personally right now, especially, all right? What are you potentially revisiting? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, maybe there are some things dealing with losses, previous losses, whether it's having had to let go of certain friends, having had to adjust to maybe some financial shifts or actual materialistic shifts. This could deal even with you physically in terms of your physical energy, feeling a little bit run down, feeling like you need a little bit of time to, again, like adjust. So this is something to where you're allowed to slow down, you're being guided to slow down, and it's understanding how sometimes when you downshift, you know, rather than like going first and third gear, you know, we're going from that very high speed and we're slowing things down. And so this may be a needed and necessary shift just for now, okay? Just for now. And it really is because of like the current energies of what's going on. So again, I urge you, don't take anything personally and do your best to just take care of you, all right? Do your best to take care of you. Do your best to, you know, with the Five of Pentacles, we're moving on from tough times. So again, if you have experienced maybe a little bit of strain or difficulty, maybe you've had to really extend yourself, maybe you've overdone things a little bit one way or another, this is that time to sort of just, again, slow down, okay? Advice for a smooth full moon. Slow down, the Son of Pentacles. You're gonna get there, okay, Aries? I know it's frustrating, right? You wanted it done like last week, whatever it is. But the Son of Pentacles is urging you to, again, take your time. Remember, the Knight of Pentacles gets the job done out of all of the knights, all right? Because there is this energy that's coming through about being methodical. Now, it's not about being over analytical. It's not about getting so caught up in the details that you lose sight of your goals. On the contrary, it's reminding you to kind of just, again, do a little bit of a pivot, recognize where you may be overly fixated on the end result and losing sight of what needs to be done here and now, or vice versa, where you're maybe a little bit too fixated on the little nitty-gritty details, but you're losing sight of the bigger picture again. So the Sun of Pentacles is here to remind you, you're going to get it done. Slow and steady wins the race, all right, Aries? Just remember that, because that's a big message. It's been coming through very consistently here, and there is something about particularly maybe even this lunar cycle, just needing to slow down for this lunar cycle, because who knows, right, what's going to be happening once we clear from this lunar energy. So let's see what type of vacation your soul is craving. 5 of Wands. We got 5 and 5 here. I got 5 on it. I don't know if you know that song, but it just came to mind. So if that's something for you, a little bit of an acknowledgement and a validation that you're on point, but you're going to be okay. 5 of Wands, avoid conflict where it's not, like, really, again, don't make things about you. There might be a lot of tensions felt. There might be a lot of volatility, but be very clear in yourself whether or not that has to do with you. And even if it is about you, even if others, it's like making it about you, that's where you have the choice to remove yourself. Now, where there are situations for you to really apply yourself, to stand up for yourself, don't hesitate, all right? Because I know you, Aries, you're not the type to just back down from, some sort of a conflict. If anything, you like to kind of go charging through it head first sometimes. And so that's where, again, Spirit is saying, if and where you do meet resistance, any kind of conflict, any type of struggle, and it may not even have to do with others, it could be an internal thing, right? You want to, again, just slow down and position yourself properly. Again, that's the biggest message for you here, Aries, all right? So I feel good about this reading. Don't hesitate, right? Do a little bit of a search engine on that energy of 5 or even 55 to see what angel number maybe comes through for you. So that being said, Aries, again, don't forget to check out your other aspects, Moon, Rising, Venus, and even your North Node if that should speak to you. And you know where to go, what to do, girlandhermoon.com for any pre-recorded or live sessions, because we do offer those lives now. But take good care, Aries, and have a good full moon. Taurus, what is up? Kapualani here. We got your girl and her moon, Aries full moon reading. So I hope that this finds you doing well, Taurus. Let's see what the cards and Spirit has for you in regards to this full moon. Keeping in mind, of course, that we invite you to visit with your other aspects, your moon, rising, Venus, and maybe even your North Node or whatever other planetary alignments speak to you for maybe a bit more of a well-rounded reading, a bit more intuitive insight here. So let's see. Oops. If we can here, Spirit, if we can. All right. So there's something, with what I'm picking up on. I don't know if there's some changes that you've been wanting, changes that maybe, that's always, change is inevitable, right? But there may be something that you're having to adjust to is what I got just like during the shuffling. This Daughter of Wands energy, what you need to hear from the universe. Be playful, open up to your more childlike sense of perception. I feel like there may be a lot of signs and synchronicities that may be showing up and probing around you right now. You might be very sensitive to the vibrations and the energies. Take the time to stop and smell the roses, all right? Take the time to enjoy a little, especially if you have been experiencing some heavier energies, a bit more stressful stuff, okay? That's like one of the bigger messages here. Keep in mind, again, I didn't say this part, but keep in mind that pages do represent messages. So there may be some, incoming messages for you, maybe some invitations to do something fun, or like, at least if it's not an invitation, an idea, like maybe the universe is sending you the message that it's time to get out and have a little bit of fun, blow off some steam perhaps. So that being said, what's being brought into your awareness with this full moon? Mother of Cups, personal boundaries, emotional boundaries, cleansing your space. All right, this Mother of Cups is telling you to, maybe this is the time to mother yourself. Maybe this is the time to bring the nurturing that you give to others back to you. All right, but the biggest thing that I'm feeling again is the cleansing part, especially because we're in a lunar energy. I would highly recommend with this Mother of Cups to do a spiritual bath or a spiritual cleanse of some sort in your space, your home. But definitely, if you're able to, something of a little bit of a spiritual bath, like a salt bath or something, just to honor, you know, the energies, honor the process and what's being offered from the full moon cycle. Okay, so what are you potentially revisiting? 10 of Swords. Okay, with this 10 of Swords energy, there may have been a lot of stress leading up to this point. There may be a lot that's been on your mind, plaguing your thoughts, things that may have been like a lot of the doom and gloom type stuff coming through, a lot of overthinking, overprocessing, perhaps a lot of stress and anxiety coming up. And so this is what you're also cycling out of. Keep this in mind with the 10 endings and beginnings. So Spirit's telling me you get to decide, right, where to direct your thoughts. So the biggest thing that we encourage for you, Taurus, is to remove whatever is blocking you from focusing on what you need to focus on here, right now, right here, right now. Get out of your head, okay? Especially if you're having like all the thoughts, and you're just sitting there feeling like this, you know what I mean, inside, okay? So that's where, again, one thing at a time here, focus on what's right in front of you. Try not to get into the info overload thing, big time, right? Stay away from the info overload. Recognize if and when that might be happening so that you can give yourself a little bit of relief. All right, advice for a smooth full moon. 2 of Pentacles. Things may feel as though they're up in the air, but you're actually in a growth stage. It's just not happening maybe as quickly as you might like, but at the same token, I'm hearing it may be happening exactly as you like, because this is a space for you to start to gain control over your physical world. It may not feel like it right now because things, again, they may be up in the air. They may feel a little bit wobbly where you're having to juggle. That's not really a fun thing for fixed signs or just, you know, human nature. Who likes to have things up in the air? We like for things to be settled, right? But this is advice for a smooth full moon. So it's saying to take things step by step. It's saying to embrace, okay, maybe there's some travel that you're thinking about, maybe just a little bit of a vacation or something, a little bit of a getaway. So if any of that's coming up for you, that may be a benefit, all right? Just moving your energy a little bit, especially if you've been very stagnated or you've been just homebound or not really spending much time outside of home or outside of your work. This is a time to just get out, you know, maybe just for the day even. I mean, I don't know about the full moon day, but you know, just in terms of what may come through, what may come up with this full moon, you know, any opportunities, because again, you may get an invitation to go somewhere, right? Visit somewhere, even if it's just to get out, go visit a museum, go to a park, whatever the case may be. But there may again be some physical movement that's happening or being encouraged during this full moon. Okay, what sort of vacation or downtime is your soul craving? Yep, that stability, the 4 of Pentacles. So we've got some feminine energies here that are, you know, you're being called to lean into. So this tells me to just put yourself in the receiving position, all right? Put yourself in the receiving position, manifest from that sort of seat in terms of what are you wanting to receive right now, even if it's just something basic, security, peace of mind, things like that, you know, just very, very simply, right? This 4 of Pentacles is saying to focus on your foundations, focus on I want to say your day-to-day habits as well, and trust and know that whatever is up in the air, you're going to find that, I don't know why, but the word recalibration and your flow, all right? So I know that you're really wanting to maybe hunker down and be a little bit more secure with your finances, with your day-to-day operations, and with having some kind of a normalcy in terms of your day-to-day rhythm. So work on that, work on creating some sort of a day-to-day rhythm if for whatever reason things have sort of shifted, if things have been disrupted, okay? So Taurus, don't forget to, again, check out your moon, rising, Venus, maybe even your north node for some deeper insights. And of course, you know where to find us, girlonhermoon.com, for any other guidance or support you should need. And keep in mind, we do offer live sessions in addition to the pre-records, all right? So take good care and have a blessed and bright full moon. Hey Gemini, what's up? Kapualani here. Got your girl and her moon, Aries full moon reading. So Gemini, I hope that this finds you doing well. Let's see what the cards have to reveal for you for this Aries full moon season. And in the meantime, I also invite you to keep in mind, visit or check out your other aspects, moon, rising, Venus, and maybe even your north node, just for some deeper insight, a little bit more of a well-rounded reading, unless you happen to be one of those that's got like a double, triple, maybe a quadruple in your own sign. Yeah, that happens. Wow, look at that. We've got the 10 of Swords, the Sun of Wands reverse, and a little bit of that Temperance energy. So maintaining and sustaining your trajectory and having to like find your balance, that might be something coming up right now. Maybe feeling like things are trying to go very, very fast when you're just feeling a little bit like, whoa, I need to manage the reins a bit. That's just sort of that quick message that I got from those 3 cards that popped out. But Gemini, let's see your message from the universe. High Priestess. All right, so this is about allowing and observing. This is about being non-reactive. This is about waiting, well, not so much as waiting, but as I mentioned that word, allowing for the manifestations, allowing for the vibes, the visions, the intuition that you're picking up on, allow that to reveal itself before making any big moves. All right, the High Priestess energy, I feel this energy of protecting your psychic energy, protecting yourself energetically. Okay, be aware. There may be some weird, funky energies going on. We don't need to make it about ourselves. That High Priestess is totally unbothered, right? She is in control of her reality. And in fact, she may even have access. This being may even have access. Sorry, I'm not trying to put gender into it, but is the High Priestess feminine. This being may have access to information. Even, I don't know why, but I'm getting maybe even some secrets that she's got processing or that are meant only for specific ears. So be mindful of the information that you carry, the downloads that you're receiving. Be mindful not to just blurt it out anywhere. This is about sacred containment is what I'm getting, okay? And this may be your own thoughts, your own desires, things that you intuitively are picking up for yourself and not necessarily having anything to do with anyone else, all right? So this is about something with internalization and allowing for things to develop before pouncing, okay? So what will this particular full moon be bringing to your awareness? 9 of Swords. So things that are bringing stress, things that you can no longer maybe avoid that are coming up to surface. Maybe you've done a really good job at, again, I'm using that word, so forgive me, suppressing, repressing certain fears or anxieties. This is a time to maybe just address it, to become aware of it, air it out, okay? But again, be non-reactive to it. We want to approach and address things consciously. And again, maybe it's about that sacred containment where you are allowing yourself to admit, wow, I really do have these fears, just to yourself. I may not have to deal with admitting them outwardly to anyone except yourself. Okay, that could be the thing. Now, the other piece, obviously, with the 9 of Swords is your sleep patterns. Okay, how have you been sleeping? Mind your sleep patterns. Maybe there are some things that you could do to support better sleep, better rest as well. But if anything, remember to breathe. That's one of the biggest things. Remember to breathe and don't be afraid to deal with any stress or anxiety that's coming up, all right? I feel like it's going to be, I don't want to glaze over anything, but I do feel inclined to say that it's going to be okay. Even if it's like eventually that it'll be okay, it's going to be okay, all right? So let's see what you might be revisiting. Yeah, any insecurities. So where there may be financial insecurities, where you may have some physical insecurities, where you may be like unable, maybe you have a desire to travel, or maybe you're getting a feeling to do something, but you're just not sure. There's a lot of these energies of stress, anxiety, and insecurity that I'm picking up on. And so this High Priestess is like, again, maybe this is something to contain, sacred containment, so that you can process it and not be projecting it outwardly, or being, sometimes what starts off very small can become exacerbated when we don't properly channel it or heal it or work to resolve it the right way. So there's something here about taking that time to mindfully resolve things and not get caught up in just outward dialogue or in your own thoughts kind of thing. All right, it's about also paying attention to your day-to-day foundations and how you are operating, how you are moving, what your stability is like, and acknowledging anywhere that you may be feeling insecure financially, materialistically, even physically with your body and appearance, for example. Okay. Advice for a smooth full moon, Son of Pentacles. All right, so I believe Aries may have gotten this Son of Pentacles in a similar space with some advice. So if that's in any of your other aspects, hey, you know, this is something that maybe is very much ringing true for you. So it's taking things slow and steady. Okay, trust and know you're gonna achieve your goals when you show up consistently and persistently. So this is all about managing what you can here and now, all right, holding space for the future, holding space for the vision, holding space for the downloads and the knowings of, okay, once I get to this point, I know that this is what's going to happen. But until then, I have to actually get there. All right. So don't stop the work that you're doing. Try not to be too hard on yourself either on a performance level. Recognize that you're exactly where you need to be. If for whatever reason you're feeling frustrated and as though things just aren't going as fast as you would like, or if you're not seeing the results that you would like, the Knight of Pentacles encourages you to stay on track and to remember that where you planted your seeds, you can't help but to see something develop, especially when you show up again in a consistent and persistent manner. So what sort of break is your soul craving? What sort of vacation? 5 of Wands. So I feel like there may be some inner frustrations. Maybe you've been stagnated for a bit and you just need to go out and get a bit of exercise, go on a walk. Please don't harm yourself or try to like take on a mountain through a hike if that's not just your usual thing, all right? This is about, I feel with this 5 of Wands, it's like practice makes perfect. So don't give up if there's somewhere that you've been having a little bit of, if you've been stumped, or you know what I mean? You're like, oh man, like what's it going to take for me to get over this? Like, I feel like maybe you feel like you've hit a plateau in some kind of way, or you've hit a block, but this is telling you not to give up. This is telling you to persist. Again, persistence, practice makes perfect, and being persistent and consistent in your efforts will show you the way, will get you through, especially in this case, all right? The other piece here with the 5 of Wands is, you know, don't pay attention to what others are doing. You stay focused on your goal and your objectives, all right? Like I said, sacred containment. So Gemini, I hope that this has helped. Of course, again, visit your other aspects, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, all that good stuff. And check us out, girllearnermoon.com, to schedule your very own session, whether it's a pre-recorded or a live, because we are here for you live as well. So take good care. Till next time. Hey Cancer, what is up? Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Aries full moon reading. Cancer, I hope that this finds you doing well. Let's tune in and see what the cards have to reveal. And I also invite you, while we're here, to check out your moon, rising, Venus, and your North Node as well. We've got Daughter of Cups energy, so a little bit of playful page energy coming through, some potential empathic, intuitive vibes that you might be picking up on, possible messages, or even maybe an invitation, if not from an actual person, but the universe, to go out and have a little bit of fun. You know, do something that will replenish your inner child. If, for whatever reason, things have gotten a little bit too heavy or serious, especially, or if you just simply haven't gone out and had a bit of fun in a while. Okay, Cancer? So let's see what you need to hear from the universe. Straight up. 9 of Cups. Okay, so this is the wishes and fulfillment card. So what brings you joy? What brings you fulfillment? Maybe this is going to be a very comfortable, comforting, I don't know why, but I just feel like maybe you'll feel just very good about yourself in this full moon energy. There may be a lot that you're starting to acknowledge, or that maybe you've already acknowledged, but finally on an emotional level, you're feeling validated and you're able to really just sit back and enjoy the benefits of your hard work and effort. Okay, it'll be a lot easier for you to be in observation of what brings you joy. It will be a lot easier for you to acknowledge and be in observation of, again, the accomplishments that you've managed to fulfill for yourself, okay? And this is, 9 out of 10 steps away there. So you should be feeling, fingers crossed, pretty good about where you're at when we see this, energy coming through for this full moon. I almost said new moon there. All right, what will this full moon be bringing to your awareness? Choices and decisions. A little bit of growth that's happening, but I feel like this is, it's nothing that you can't handle, nothing that you can't manage. And in fact, I don't know why I'm saying this, Cancer, so hopefully it's true. But I feel like this may bring up a little bit of fun, like putting something good into the mix is what I'm hearing. So there may be some movement, there may be some travel, you may be going back and forth on some things. So I feel like because you're going to be in a good space, don't hesitate, all right, to trust your instincts where there are choices and decisions to be made. But just remember, and where you are making certain significant choices and decisions, or even if it doesn't seem too significant, I don't know why, but I'm just inclined to say, remember consequences. I don't know why. It could be a positive, ripple effect or consequence, but it's just about being mindful of just not having too much fun and getting too carried away. All right. So let's see what you might be revisiting. Three of Swords. So maybe there have been some, I don't know why, but have there been some harsh words, difficult communications, even if it's something that's going on exclusively within yourself, like it's only, just your own kind of thoughts, feelings, things that you might be experiencing, like at an impasse, or you feel stuck about, ooh, what do I do here? That's where, again, Spirit is saying, remember when you made this shift before, or when you did this before, and what happened? Did that make you feel good, or did that kind of make you feel bad? Did that go in a direction that you wanted it to, or did it sort of flop on you? So that's where there may be some things coming up, and it may deal with another person or two, to where you're having to just be a little kind with your words. Be kind with your words within yourself. All right, Cancer, first and foremost, because it all starts within. But be mindful to just withdraw from any like weird situations or tension. All right, just kind of withdraw and pull back. And it's not saying, oh, if somebody hurt you, just keep it to yourself. Not at all. But again, it's about just addressing like what to say and how to say it, kind of thing. I guess that's like the biggest like way that I can put it, or best way I can put it. So let's get some advice. That being said, Daughter of Wands. Okay, so if this does deal with communications with another, I would say send a text, a small note. Try not to just be mindful again of your words. Don't hesitate if there's something that is coming up for you to be expressive, but keep it short and simple, short, sweet, and simple. Okay, it's just the message that I'm getting. The Daughter of Wands is also encouraging you to have fun, to get out, to try new things. Don't take yourself or like whatever these situations were too seriously. Don't take it too much to heart, all right? Sometimes with this Daughter of Wands, well, I shouldn't say sometimes, but pages do represent messages and messengers, so there may be some positive messages coming in, maybe a little bit of an invitation or something to get out, and maybe that's going to be an opportunity for you to express some of what's been going on, okay? Especially if it's been a little bit of a struggle. There may be someone who could lend a helpful, friendly ear, or a little bit of a helpful guidance, even if it's just as a sounding board, okay? So let's see what sort of break or downtime, what vacation your soul is craving. Six of Cups. Yeah, you need to be surrounded by people who feel like soul family. Friends who feel like family who, you can really rely on. This is an energy, Six of Cups, of just leaning on, leaning into more joyful, lighthearted, nurturing and nourishing environments and exchanges. Okay? So there may be some, you might be reflecting on the past. There may be some simpler times that you're craving or longing toward, just being a little bit more in that childlike perspective. And it's like one of those things when we're adults and we have all these responsibilities, so often we're just like, oh gosh, I wish I could be a kid again, so maybe do that for yourself. I mean, this sounds silly for some of you, maybe just going out and doing something simple and fun for yourself, like getting a scoop of ice cream, doing something that helps you to feel like a kid again. That could be all there is to it. All right, these are all minor arcana cards here, Cancer. So I feel like the message is definitely keep it simple, and whatever feels like it might be a bit of a thorn in your side or whatever, it will pass. Okay, it will pass. So don't forget, again, check out your Moon Rising Venus North Node if that should interest you, and visit us girlinnermoon.com to schedule your very own session, pre-recorded or live. We are here for you. So take care. Have a good one. Leo, what's up? Kapualani here. I hope that this finds you doing well. Got a little bit of a beep there in the background. Sorry about that, Leo. But nevertheless, let's see what the cards have to reveal for you during this Aries full moon energy, Leo. And I also encourage you while we're here to check out your moon rising Venus, North Node even, if that should speak to you. Just to get a bit more deeper insight. It's always fun, right? To get a bit of deeper insight, unless of course you're one of those who've got double, triple, quadruple. I think I said that for another sign, but yeah, that's always fun. So let's see what we see for you, Leo. Okay, your message from the universe: breathe, Leo, breathe. And we got a lamb here, thinking about that lion lamb energy. Don't make fun of me, all right? But it's about leaning into the softness. It's about trusting and knowing that, okay, for whatever reason, if everything is all chill and good, awesome. Let this just be a validation that it's all chill and good, and you can just breathe and relax. If for whatever reason you're experiencing some tension or just irritable stuff, some volatility or weird stuff, this is just a reminder. It's going to be okay. Okay, focus on the light, focus on the good, and you'll get through it. The Four of Swords here is a sign that whatever has been a conflict is passing, all right? So again, it may take a little bit of time if you're currently feeling it still, but it will pass. So err on the side of peace, okay? Err on the side of just breathing and allowing. Don't get caught up in just whatever conflict that truly has nothing to do with you, even if it seems like it does. Just remember, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to remove myself from this, all right? Innocent, and lean into the playfulness. And again, with that sun here at the forehead, or that crown, that third eye of the lamb, it's focusing on the light. But again, it's about also trusting and knowing that, you know, what is it? Every dusk has its dawn. Every night has its day. So the sun will rise again, especially if it's been feeling a little bit gloomy or weird. Okay, so what is this full moon going to be bringing into your awareness? Son of Swords. So this night energies are about movement. When we got the swords and swords here, maybe there's a bit of an overactive mind. Maybe there's just some, I don't know why, but like, maybe you're sensing or feeling some hostile energies around you, or just kind of things moving very quickly. If it's not necessarily hostile, just things moving very, very quickly. Okay. This is about, okay, if there is something that does need to be addressed, Leo, don't avoid it. Okay. Just take it on, have the bravery, have the courage, which I know that you do, to just take care of business as needed, as necessary. But otherwise, I feel like this is also a nod in mind with this Four of Swords here to slow down, take a breath, take a breather, don't jump to conclusions, get a handle on things, including yourself and maybe even your own temperament, especially if you're feeling like something that's just probing at you or really getting to you for whatever reason, all right? Get a handle on your information, get a handle on your words, get a handle on whatever it is that needs to be expressed before you just straight shot express it, okay? So it's a reminder to be responsive and not reactive as best as you can, all right? Let's see what you might be revisiting here. 10 of Pentacles. So stability, foundations. This may have to do with your home environment. Okay, this may have to do, if not necessarily within your actual household, it could deal with neighbors, it could deal with your workplace, work environment. And I'm hearing that it's just about, again, chill, breathe, keep things copacetic, all right? Focus on what you have. Focus on how far you've come. Focus on maintaining and sustaining the success that you've managed to build for yourself by acknowledging it, by recognizing that, okay, you know what? I'm secure and I have everything that I could need or want and more, just as it is. And I get it. We all have goals. We all have dreams. We all have things that we'd rather be doing or places we'd rather be visiting or going or whatever the case may be. But this 10 of Pentacles is just a reminder that even if things feel unstable, they may feel volatile, reflect on things, connect with things, your situation, your life, your circumstances from the ground up, okay? And where there are communications or where there are moves to be made, consider your future stability and your future wealth, your future finances and all that kind of thing in terms of, how will what I do here and now affect that trajectory, the trajectory of success that I've already managed to build for myself, right? How can we just continue to build upon that, maintain and sustain that, okay? And you are secure, so lean into that security, that sense of security. Okay, some advice for a smooth full moon here. 9 of Wands. So we're going to slow down, remember, and we're going to look back to see, how did I get here, right? How did I arrive to this point? What did it take? What am I leaving behind? Anything that's just not serving me anymore. And what have I learned in terms of what I'm going to take with me? How have I changed? How have I evolved? Through the ups and the downs, what have I gained? All right. So it's taking this time to notice and reflect upon what you've gained. You may be feeling quite exhausted. You may even be on the verge of feeling burnt out, Leo. So again, I feel like this is about breathe and slow down. Okay, slow down. And it's okay, I understand things may feel like they're moving very rapidly and quickly, or maybe you yourself are feeling a sense of urgency, but it's actually going to benefit you to slow down. Okay, slow down and allow. Look back and take this time to observe how you got to where you are, knowing that you've accrued a tremendous amount of experience, and with that comes knowledge, okay? And knowledge is power. So keep that in mind. And with the wands, it's about the actions that you've taken to get here, all right? So keep that, just remember that moving forward is all. Okay, what sort of break, what sort of vacation is your soul craving this full moon? Yeah. 2 of Swords, you just want to chill. You want to get a breathe. Look at the swords here. Some minor arcanas that we've got. So this is just taking it step by step. This is just dealing with things, in the moment. We don't need to surrender to the universe. I mean, yes, it's a good thing to do that, right? But these are situations and circumstances that are well within your control, okay? It's well within your ability to manipulate. I mean, sorry to use that word if it sounds like a weird word to use, but really, like, this is manipulating the card deck. Me just picking it up and putting it down is manipulating the card deck. So it's as simple as that, okay? Whatever it is that's going on, you are in charge of your reality here in a very simple way. I feel like this 2 of Swords is about just allowing for more information to come, all right? You may be at a place where you have, all the information that you can for now, and so beyond that, you really can't see beyond that. And this 2 of Swords is saying, it's okay. Let it go. Allow for the changes to happen. Allow for the developments to occur. You don't have to sit there waiting and watching. Remove the blindfold, all right? If and where you might be avoiding something or not wanting to address something, don't be afraid to address what needs to be addressed, but understand that whatever it is that you're wanting or that you're holding space for, it's going to come in its own time. There will be more information provided to you as we progress. Right now, however, it's going to be a good time for you to meditate. It's going to be a good time for you to be non-reactive, all right, Leo? So I hope that this has helped. Don't forget, again, to check out your sun. I'm sorry, this is your sun, but your moon. I knew I was going to do that. I knew it was going to happen at least once, but your moon, rising, Venus, and north nodes. And please do schedule your session with us. We're here for you live or pre-recorded, girlinhermoon.com, all right? So take care. Have a beautiful full moon, Leo. Virgo, hey, how are you? Kapualani here. Got your girl and her moon. Aries full moon reading, Virgo. So let's dive into the cards and see what the cards have to reveal for you. I hope that this finds you doing well, Virgo. I invite you, as I continue to look at that 3 of Cups. I think it's kind of reversed. Okay, so just be mindful. Number 1, avoid gossip, stay out of gossip, acknowledge if and where there may be some kind of a third party situation going on, and maybe just it's just beyond the awareness of it, whether you are participating in it or it's something that's happening around you. It's like address it as needed and remove yourself from any toxic environments or energies. Remove yourself from gossip, okay? And if you feel like there's gossip going on about you, remove yourself. address it if you want to. We'll see what the cards come up with, you know, to put a little bit of a cap on it. But otherwise, I'm hearing it's more about just be mindful not to get caught up in it, all right? Be mindful not to get caught up in gossip. Okay. All right. Virgo, what is your message from the universe? 9 of Pentacles. So you're being very admired here. That 3 of Cups. Maybe that is what it is. Maybe there's a little bit of jealousy. So I would encourage you, just put up the energy protections, clear your space. Okay, sorry, I'm not trying to laugh. I kind of giggle a little bit when I'm like, oh, you know, just to lighten things up, because laughter is medicine and it helps to shift the energies, okay? But I feel like this is a sign that you're doing very well. You may be in a very reflective space, Virgo, in terms of acknowledging your own accomplishments, your own sort of comfort in terms of creature comfort, your physical, financial sense of comfort, and again, accomplishment. This 9 of Pentacles is saying that you are in a very admirable position. Now, what I will say is there can be healthy gossip, there can be positive gossip in terms of people saying good things about you. Okay, so maybe it's that you have a suspicion that there is gossip going on. But rather than taking it in a negative sense, maybe we can put a positive spin on it, okay? We'll just put that out there. We're going to call that energy in, right? We're just going to put that out there and call that energy in. It's about positive stuff going on, okay? But otherwise, seeing this, I do feel that people are admiring what you're doing, or at least they like what you're doing. They see what you're doing and how you're doing, and perhaps that's a good thing. You know, maybe it's like they're not telling you, and that's where you're like, well, I wish they would tell me, you know, but that's what I'm saying. We'll call it in to where we can have that positive feedback, and encouragement coming through, especially if and where you know for sure that you are performing at such a level, okay? So what will this full moon be bringing to your awareness? All that being said, Father of Pentacles, taking care of business, how you are presenting yourself, how you're showing up. Okay, maybe there's something emphasizing right now with either your appearance, maybe that's something that's coming up, that's big time for you. That Father of Pentacles energy can be a very stoic energy. So there is definitely something about your accomplishments, your successes. This could be, again, I'm hearing the phrase that's, you know, I don't know, that old song, taking care of business, right? So there's something here about you maybe thriving, doing very well, feeling confident and letting yourself step into that confidence. Maybe that 3 of Cups reverse was just about, you know, overcoming any personal insecurities, because maybe there's no one saying anything negative or even just no one gossiping at all, but it's just the stuff that we've got going on in our own subconsciousness, you know, whatever the case may be. But either way, I feel like this is that time for you to step out, or to, you know, don't force anything, all right? This should be something to where if you're already feeling it, if it's already something that you're naturally inclined to do in some way, shape, or form, okay? But again, the Father of Pentacles is, I don't know why, but I'm getting about your how you're showing up professionally, and even just for yourself on a physical sense. So things that maybe you're taking physical, actual steps to do something. Maybe there's some type of a physical move that you're needing to make, or that you're trying to make, or thinking about making, okay? Whether it's about business, whether it's about your health, because your body here, you know, with the Pentacles, okay? So either way, I do feel that there's an air of responsibility and taking responsibility in some way, shape, or form with your physical, material, financial, health-related reality, okay? What are you perhaps revisiting? Son of Swords, being well informed, one thing, getting a handle on your direction, not backing down, standing up for yourself, but it's also about keeping in mind what you say and how you say it, and not just going in guns blazing uninformed, or going in guns blazing based on one piece of information, okay? So you want to do your research here, and before you fully execute something, okay? It's not saying don't do anything at all, but it's saying that if you're going to do something, just make sure that you've got everything, you know, you're not just rushing ahead of yourself, or just speaking out of term or something like that, okay? But I do feel that there is something about stepping into your confidence and not being afraid to go after something, to go after a dream, go after a goal, speak up if there is something for you to speak out on, okay? All right. what advice can we provide for a smooth full moon? Ace of Wands, so a new perspective. I love this energy. So if you were praying on a yes no question, this is very much a validation and affirmation that you are heading in the right direction, or that at least that the, whatever it is that you've asked, it's more of a yes likelihood than a no. Okay, so advice again for a smooth full moon is focus on the new beginnings, focus on a clear and I want to say a clear vision. There may be a direction, maybe there's a number of things, but that's where spirit's like there may be an aha moment coming through to provide you with that vibe of, yes, that's the way, that's the direction, that's the new start or the new beginning that I'm wanting to take. So number one, it's like take control and don't be afraid to empower yourself here, okay, by taking the action. So there may be some sort of a new direction or there's something that's inspiring you, into a new beginning, or some kind of catalytic aha moment that you may be kind of stepping into, or that may occur with this full moon energy. Okay, so if and when that does happen, say yes and let that be your validation that you're on the right track. Okay, Virgo, I love this for you. What sort of downtime or vacation is your soul craving? Two of Wands. Look at that. 1 and 2. So you're ready. Make those plans. I feel like maybe you've come a long way, all right, in terms of your progress and the steps that you've taken. And so now, because we're 9 out of 10, right, we're getting ready to, that 10 completion of that cycles. With the action-based stuff. The Two of Wands is saying, look to the horizon. Recognize that you do have the world in the palm of your hands, okay? And so it's all about those short-term steps, those short-term plans to get to the bigger long-term goal or vision. So hold true to your vision. Feel confident in your accomplishments, in what you've been able to physically manage, what you've been able to manifest, and how far you've come, all right? You're not far away from the life, the goals, whatever it is that you are holding space to manifest, co-create. So go for it, go for it, go for it, Virgo. Like, that's my biggest message that I have for you. Just go for it, okay? I feel really good about this reading for you. These are lovely cards, Virgo. So don't forget, again, check out your Moon, Rising, Venus, North nodes. Visit us, girlandhermoon.com, to schedule your very own session. Keeping in mind, we are here for you live as well as pre-recorded, all right? So take good care. Till next time. Hey Libra, Kapualani here. We've got your girl and her moon, Aries full moon reading here. Let's dive in and see what the cards reveal for you, Libra, for this Aries full moon. I invite you, while we're at it, to check out your Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node signs or aspects as well, if that's something that should speak to you. We've got Son of Pentacles, so slow and steady wins the race. Being persistent and consistent in your efforts will also serve you very well. So there may be something that you are looking to, maybe working toward something that you would like to develop or accomplish. So that's just a reminder that you're well on your way. It just may take a little bit of time and commitment to getting there, all right? But nevertheless, let's see what we see here. Your message from the universe, Libra, 7 of Pentacles. So this is when you're looking back over your efforts. This is where I tend to say, sorry for using this word twice, but tend to your garden. This may be a time to get organized, to also recognize how you've been developing in terms of your efforts, all right? It are the steps that you've taken and the effort that you put forth into people, places, experiences so far that you've been working on. Has it been worthwhile for you or not? And if it has, okay, how can we keep up the good work? And if not, what adjustments can we make? Or perhaps this is a time to consider if we really want to continue on with a certain path, all right? And we did see that Knight of Pentacles, that Son of Pentacles earlier, and so there is something about slowing down a bit to for the purpose of getting caught up, if that makes sense. Okay. What will this full moon be bringing into your awareness? Yeah, slowing down. The 9 of Wands. So there's something here. Libra, about taking inventory. You may be feeling a little exhausted and tired yourself. Maybe you've just been going at things full steam ahead or whatnot, or even if you haven't, energetically speaking, you could just be at a point of exhaustion, all right? Because that's the Nine of Wands. It's when you've really expended your energy, and now we're energy and efforts, I should say. And now, again, just as it describes in this Seven of Pentacles, we're taking a moment to look back at our actions, what steps we've taken to get to this point. Okay, especially when we're looking at the bigger composite of, just the years of cycles kind of thing, right? We want to see what actions have benefited us and where have we experienced positive gains, for example, versus where have we maybe been doing the same things over and over again, expecting different results. Perhaps it's time to just see something, a situation, a circumstance, a person for what it is, for who they are, okay? And that way, you can adjust your own actions, you can adjust your own personal investments, or again, where you spend your time and energy, where you invest your value, your personal value, okay? So whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just within yourself and your own personal, goals within, okay? All right. What will you potentially be revisiting? What do you need to revisit? Get out of your head, get into your heart. Recognize where you may be information overload. Recognize where you maybe have been going back and forth over the same scenarios, the same circumstances, the same information, the same steps. Again, this is sort of bringing up that whole thing with insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So I feel like things are coming to a head. I feel like at this point with this Ten of Swords here, it's really about simplifying and choosing a direction, all right? Maybe you've been flip-flopping over things, releasing something, even if it's just cleaning out your closet or whatever, like, I don't know. And now it's kind of like, you know what, like, just stay or go. Do or not do. You know what I mean? And it's beyond the point of going back and forth, because you're starting to see, like, in some way, you're either getting further away from where you want to be or closer, one way or the other, right? From the efforts that you've made, or again, have been making the same effort and maybe you've gotten nowhere. And so it's time to really just remove the blindfolds if there are any. But I'm just seeing that with this sword going through the bull's eyes here. Really interesting, they're saying bull's eye. Maybe there's something that you've been a little bit hyper focused on, and now it's time to sort of relieve yourself. Take a breath, take a breather, stop looking so closely at the same things and just step back, step outside of yourself. Again, take a breath, take a breather. This is going to be a time to wrap up and acknowledge the things that really have not served you and give yourself permission to move on. That's like the biggest thing that I'm getting for you, Libra, okay? So some advice. Daughter of Wands, yeah, some new cycles. Look forward to the new. What are some new actions, some, new ways of going about doing things that you can check out? This is not saying that you need to commit to a whole new way of being. This is not saying you need to commit to anything. This is a page energy. So we're opening up to information. We're opening up to the signs and the synchronicities, allowing for those little things, the little steps to guide us, right? And even, I don't know why I may say this, but I'm getting like the little pleasures in life. Have you been sorry about that, have you been allowing yourself a space to enjoy the little things, to stop and smell the roses, for example, to recognize the power is within the palm of your hands, and we don't need to put all this pressure on ourselves to perform right now. We just need to get those first few steps, just go and put the feelers out there, check out how things have evolved since, like I said, if you have been quite tunnel vision, if you have been looking at the same stuff, maybe it's time for a fresh perspective, and perhaps that's what this Aries full moon will be bringing. It's going to be bringing a little bit of a shift and an opportunity for you to see things in a different light, all right? All right, what sort of downtime, what sort of vacation are you so craving? Father of Swords, you're wanting control. You're wanting to get out of your head. You're wanting to have gained wisdom rather than just looking at all of this information that possibly is like meaning nothing to you. We're putting things together. We're making sense out of the circumstances by taking control, by seeing where am I empowered to initiate some sort of a shift or a change as it's needed. Because there may be times where it's just about standing still and observing. It may be about just allowing, and staying self-disciplined and being in a non-reactive space. Time is a really good teacher. And in these cases, I feel like with everything that you've been through, Libra, I do feel that you're armed with information and wisdom. Okay, so this is about exercising, again, your self-discipline, standing in a mode of responsibility, okay, and again, being non-reactive and rather being responsive. And sometimes being responsive is just about holding the line, all right? So Libra, don't forget, check out again your moon, rising, Venus, and north nodes. Visit us, girlandhermoon.com, to schedule your very own session, keeping in mind that we are here for you, both live and pre-recorded, okay? So take good care and have a blessed full moon. Scorpio, what's up? I hope this finds you doing well. Kapualani here. I'm going to dive into your Aries full moon reading in just a moment as we shuffle the cards and tune in. And I just want to remind you while we are here to visit your moon, rising, Venus, maybe even your north node sign, get a little bit of deeper insight if that should resonate. Okay, Scorpio, what's coming up? What's coming up for you, Scorpio? Your message from the universe, 10 of Swords, breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. And so I think the 10 of Swords has come up for a bunch of different signs. Maybe it's just par to the course, the current energies and situations. So this is just a nod, not only to breathe, but to simplify, focus on the task that's right in front of you. Do your best, okay? If you're in a space where you're getting overwhelmed with too many things, too many thoughts, too many possibilities, or if it's like, and I've been saying this, so if you've seen the other signs that have had this card, the information overload part, all right? Maybe you've done all the research that you can, and right now that's part of what has been creating a space of confusion, of indecision, of just going over the same stuff without any resolution, for example. So this is also a nod that any aspects or areas where you have been kind of, in that hamster wheel of endless insanity, that's going to be coming to an end. This full moon may trigger some of that, but again, keep in mind that it's also a sign, 10 endings and beginnings, that where you've had some thoughts that have been really bothering you or getting to you, or where you've been oversaturated or overwhelmed with too much, this is going to be that opportunity and that time to put a close to all of that, all right? So just make sure to acknowledge where you can take a step back and take a breath, all right? Taking a breath and breathing, especially when we're seeing the swords in this conflicted sort of a way, is really going to be at least that first step to take. Make sure you're breathing, okay? What will this particular lunar cycle be bringing into your awareness? The Hangman. All right. So where are you keeping yourself stuck or on hold? Where are you not making a decision where, a decision can be made, could, would, should be made? The Hangman is all about, as you may know, looking at things from a different perspective, taking the time to remove yourself from any external conflict so that you can gain that clarity of insight from within, okay? So that Hangman energy, again, is what's being brought into your awareness. Watch where you're keeping yourself on hold. Mind where you are stagnating in your own decisions, okay? Where your thoughts, where your own worst case scenario, doom and gloom type of fears and doubts are preventing you from really enjoying your life, seeing things for what they are, and just I wanted to say living and liberating, living your life, okay, in the best way. So there may be some things that you're processing, some things that you're having to digest, but just don't sit on things and digest them for too long, especially when it's not necessary. And please do, again, Scorpio, keep in mind when your thoughts, your own worst case scenarios, fears, doubts are getting to you, okay? And when I see this particular hangman, and I tend to say this for my Scorpios, but I know this about you, please mind your digestive system. See if you're experiencing any upset stomach, things like that, that could also be exacerbating your mental clarity, all right? Because the gut and the brain are linked, okay? All right, what you're needing to revisit. Mother of Swords, swords, all of this sort of yin yang, being very much in that basic, like the black and the white, the yes and the no. So the Mother of Swords is detaching, all right? Detach from the cray, detach from the nervousness, okay? And this is about not just seeing things for what they are. Sometimes there are moments to read between the lines, but again, you want to understand maybe where you've already been reading between the lines and where you just kind of need to take a break and back off. All right. This Queen of Swords, the Mother of Swords, is very much capable of making difficult decisions, laying down the law, saying what needs to be said, but coming across from a very compassionate and kind space. When we see the Mother of Swords, it's about acknowledging and maybe at times having to implement certain boundaries. All right, but we're doing that again from a space of unconditional love and healing. That's the intention here. We're looking at things, we're taking a different perspective, looking at things from a higher perspective. So maybe rather than being in a lower or suspicious or, just from this negative mindset, with the hawk eye, it's a high perspective, all right? So we're looking at things from an elevated perspective rather than a lower one. So again, your worst case thoughts and fears or whatever, elevate the consciousness, see things from that higher perspective. Maybe it could go your way instead of things crashing and burning. That could be very well the core message from the universe here. So let's get some advice. Yeah, Father of Wands, look to the future. You are in control here. Take the reins. The action is on you, okay? Not in a negative way, but in a positive way where you are in control of your reality. So take the reins. Don't let yourself be controlled by just what ifs, because this is all air. You know what I mean? Even with the hangman, hanging in the air, hanging in suspense. Don't keep yourself in that sort of space of insanity and suspense. Choose to take the action to move forward toward the life, the vision, whatever it is that you're wanting to live, okay? Because that King of Wands, Father of Wands is the visionary, holds that space for the long-term vision and is capable, self-disciplined enough to take those step-by-steps, knowing that, hey, the journey may be, I don't know, it could be undetermined right now. Maybe I'll get there tomorrow, maybe I'll get there next week. But I have the vision, I'm going to see it through, and I'm going to take the aligned actions. I'm going to be self-disciplined. I'm not going to let myself be deterred by negative thoughts or thinking, okay? All right, what sort of vacation is your soul craving? Yeah, Chariot, you want to move on. This is all about having, being in control, maintaining a sense of balance, understanding right now that maybe there is a lot of this kind of unknown going on, but we're embracing that because we have confidence, not just, oh yeah, that everything's going to be okay, but that this is what my actions, this is where I am heading. I am heading towards success, even if I don't know what that looks like, okay? I'm trusting my vibes. I'm trusting my vibes to say, okay, this is what's motivating and inspiring me into action, and I will not be motivated or inspired by fear, okay? So that's where this is an opportunity to shift your thoughts. Fears are going to be there, but we're the ones that have that choice. We want to maintain a steady pace, okay, and trajectory. And remember, okay, just because there may not be a lot that's manifesting or coming into fruition right now, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening at all, because the Chariot, it does deal with travel, with movement. So maybe you could be going on a vacation, maybe a little bit of a road trip, or just on a drive, clear your mind, clear out the energies, especially if you've been kind of cooped up or stagnated in any which way. That's really going to benefit you. And again, to embrace the journey, but maintain maintain and sustain hold and control of those reins, all right? We don't want to white knuckle it. Sometimes we have to, but but it's about remembering you are the driver, okay? You are the driver in your vehicle of life and in the choices and decisions that you make, okay? So Scorpio, again, I remind you to visit your moon, rising, Venus, north nodes. Connect with us, girlonhermoon.com, to schedule your own live or pre-recorded reading, because we are here for you live as well. And in the meantime, have a blessed and bright full moon. Sagittarius, what is up, Sag? How are you? I hope that this finds you doing well. Kapualani here with your girl and her moon. Full moon in Aries reading. We've got 9 of Cups. We've got 6 of Swords. So you're well on your way. Maybe you're thinking about the things that bring you joy. And if not, I want you to focus on that, okay? Things may feel as though they're up in the air. Sorry for that loud hit of the cards on the desk here. Try to keep that to a minimum. But I feel like things are going to be going smoothly if they have not. You're moving in a very positive direction here. So just breathe and allow. Embrace the joy. Embrace the good that you have managed to accomplish, that you've managed to co-create and manifest into your life thus far, Sag, all right? So far, so good. Got some optimistic, positive messages coming through. But let's see what the cards have to say. Nonetheless, message from the universe. Father of Wands, so here we go, standing in your power, Sag, standing in your power with that Fire King energy. You've got the whole, you've got the future in your sights. Keep working toward it. You're well on your way. Don't hesitate to continue to move toward the life, the lifestyle, the goals, the dreams that you have projected for yourself, okay? Continue to trust your instincts and take action accordingly, okay? Moving away from any kind of drama or any kind of disruption or tension that may have been occurring. I feel and see you moving on. So what is this moon going to be bringing into your awareness? Father of Pentacles, we got some king energies here. So there may be some connections that are made. There may be some discussions that are had, something along those lines, possibly. Maybe there's just an inner discussion with your visionary self and with your business-oriented or like at least a materialistic aspect of yourself, okay? So this energy of the Father of Pentacles, it's urging you to be responsible to your external environment, your external world. Keep in mind that the actions that you take do have an impact on the world around you, on the people that are around you. So that's where this energy of responsibility and self-discipline are coming to mind, all right? And it's not to tell you that, oh, it's all on you, it's all on your shoulders, but it's to remind you that you are the master of your own reality here, Sagittarius, okay? So empower yourself and act accordingly, okay? What are you potentially revisiting? 8 of Cups. Like I said, I feel like you're moving on from something. I felt that with this Father of Wands. I'm feeling that again here with this, not only the 8 of Cups, but the Father of Pentacles. You're looking toward the future. Even if there are some things that have happened recently or that have come up from the past to remind you, right, of certain things that didn't work out, certain dreams that didn't come through, or if they did, maybe they weren't as lasting or as fulfilling as you had hoped that they would be. This is a card that's reminding you to move forward and onward, to not give up on your dreams, to remember that there's still joy to be had. There's still good times. There are still positive things for you to manifest, for you to co-create and move toward, okay, to embrace. So I feel like this is a good thing with the 8 of Cups in this aspect, because this is what you're moving on from. So any disappointments, any stagnation, anything that didn't quite last or work out as you had hoped, okay, you're moving on from it. So let's get some advice, that being said. Mother of Pentacles. Nice. So we've got some nice feminine energies to balance. We got Mother and Father of Pentacles here showing up. So there may be something where you're feeling pretty good about yourself, or at least you should, okay? Financially speaking, on a career level, maybe even on a physical health level, okay? Maybe you've been working out. Maybe you've been doing things to take care of your future, to take care of your body, to take care of your health. If you haven't, this is the time to do that. Maybe there are things that you have done that, again, you didn't quite get the results that you wanted. So this Mother of Pentacles is saying it's time to nurture. It's time to prioritize you. It's time to prioritize your future, your goals, your future stability, your future security, okay? One way or another, again, whether it's materialistically, financially, or even just physically in terms of how you take care of your physical body and your physical health, okay? So keeping that in mind, What is your soul craving in terms of a break? Yeah. Something solid, a new beginning, Ace of Pentacles, which I do see you heading toward. Okay, so there's a solid new beginning. If you're looking for some kind of, or you're hoping rather for an opportunity, this may be very well telling you that the opportunity is, again, it's within your grasp, it's within your hands, and it's something that you are in alignment to co-create and manifest as it is. Recognize where you, again, are empowered to plant a seed. Maybe there is a seed that you already have, a new cycle that you're looking to start or open up into. This Ace of Pentacles is reminding you it all starts from within. Whatever it is and wherever you're needing to apply yourself, you look no further than right here, right now. Okay, this is very much validating and affirming. If you had a yes, no question as I was shuffling the cards, or if you were wondering if this or that is the right thing or the right direction, again, this is very validating and affirming that yes, you are heading in the right direction. Yes, that opportunity or that possibility could very well be a solid one for you, but keep in mind that when we have the aces, they're investments into a new cycle. So again, you may very well be starting up into a new cycle, but you're coming into it very well seasoned and experienced. So I remind you again, Sagittarius, to visit our website, book a session of your own, girlonthemoon.com. I meant to say to check out your moon, rising, Venus, and north nodes, and then go to our website to schedule a session, because we are here for you live and pre-recorded. Okay, Sagittarius, so take care. Have a good one. Capricorn, what is up? Kapualani here. I hope that this finds you doing well, Capricorn. We've got your girl and her moon, Aries full moon reading. So let's see, Capricorn, what we see here. And I'm saying this for the other side, so I'll say it for you here. Now, while we are here, don't forget to check out your moon, rising, Venus, maybe even your north node sign for some deeper insights. Something a little bit more well-rounded, perhaps, if you'd like, and if that, of course, again, speaks to you. But let's dive in, Capricorn. Let's see what we see for your Aries full moon reading. Okay, we got the Emperor that wanted to pop out. So something about being methodical, maintaining and sustaining the status quo, things being kind of protected here. Don't deviate from what you're doing. I mean, unless, of course, it definitely makes sense, unless, of course, you definitely have to. This is about leaning into your core power, stepping into that Emperor mode, again, maintaining and sustaining the status quo, unless, of course, it's a need, unless, of course, it is necessary and called for to make a shift, to take an action. Okay, Capricorn? Oh, look at that. Something is in development right now. There's something that is needing more information before you make a move. Two of Swords, Emperor. You may kind of feel a little bit on hold, but again, I feel like this is a reminder to know your power. Take the blindfolds off. If there's something that you're picking up on, that you're vibing on, that you could gather more information on, but maybe you're resisting, maybe you're not wanting to see it, maybe you're not wanting to go there. The Emperor reminds you, you are the Emperor of the Empire, and it's not to say, oh, just go and upset the balance because you can. Again, if it's a necessity, if it's a need, if it makes sense, then yes, do that. Otherwise, you are best served by allowing for more information to be revealed, because the Emperor is very aware that sometimes no action is the actual best action. Like when it's raining, right? The Emperor can make the army go out and, march in the rain if he wants to, but he's not going to, because he knows the cost. He knows what's going to happen if he does something like that. So it's about leaning into your wisdom as well. Okay, allow for, again, the correct information to come through to maybe better inform you, but lean into your wisdom as well. If these are moments where it's not really about information so much, it's about okay, I may be at a little bit of an impasse, and I've got options and opportunities that maybe they seem like they're kind of matched. So that's where, again, it's up to you, and remembering that sometimes, again, maintaining and sustaining is the best way to go. What's being brought into your awareness? Man, Capricorn, what's up here? Something about things being on hold. Now, we had another sign that had this Hangman in a similar position. I want to say, I believe it was Scorpio, but I could be wrong. I think it was. But if you have Scorpio in your chart and that comes up for you again with the other signs, this is something that I really want you to keep in mind. All right, Capricorn? focus on where you're keeping yourself on hold. Recognize where maybe there are choices and decisions that you can make, but you are the one that's keeping yourself stuck, or you are the one that's keeping yourself on hold. All right, don't be afraid to spread your wings and fly, especially if you're in a situation that's making you feel tied up, uncomfortable, where you're just kind of just caught up in your thoughts. Okay, that's another reminder with the Hangman to look at things from a different perspective. If you have been looking at things from a different perspective, maybe again, now is that time to sort of stop hanging around and waiting and watching. Okay, remember, the Hangman puts himself in that position. It's like the bat, right? The bat, that's a rest position for the bat until it's not time to rest anymore. Got to go out and, see the sights, get something to eat, for example. So please don't put yourself on hold where you don't need to. But remember, again, this may very well be a situation where you're feeling very antsy, and maybe you're wanting to move, maybe you're wanting to leave, maybe you're wanting to say something, maybe you're wanting to be reactive. But the goal here is to be non-reactive. We want to be acknowledging our own fight or flight reflexes and making sure that we're not reactive, but we are responsive. Okay, so what are you needing to potentially revisit? The Magician. The power is in your control. Look at that sun, the sunlight. Focus on illuminating the things that where it feels like you're in the dark. Don't be afraid to shine a light on it. Don't be afraid to empower yourself by taking control of your reality and taking action accordingly. All right. This is a big thing here. These masculine energies, and even the Hangman is technically the Hangman. And so I'm not saying that for a gender. We all have feminine, masculine energies, but it's about understanding with that, projection energy. There's a time and a place, right? And there's also a way. So just because you can't see the way forward in one particular scenario, or maybe it's a few, it doesn't mean that you're completely stuck. So again, don't hesitate to take the actions toward a resolution or toward something that's going to give you a solution. Even if it's not an immediate solution, we're working toward resolution and solutions, okay? So let's get some advice here. Father of Swords. Okay, so another masculine. So it's empowerment, it's self-discipline. It's about not deceiving yourself or, others for that matter. Although there are times where you're having to withhold, right? There just are. But the Father of Swords is wisdom. Knowledge is a big one. Not being reactive again is a big one. Father of Swords, King of Swords is about strategy, seeing things through, standing up for what you believe in, detaching from your emotions and seeing things from a balanced, logical, and wise. I don't know why, but that wisdom again is coming up, and I look to owls and I think of that with wise, wisdom energy. There's something here that there could be some deception, there could be some type of a scenario that you're having to really see through the dark. See things from a different perspective. But again, it's a reminder to not be afraid of the dark. It's a reminder that you have the tools to investigate, to go into something, to assert yourself. But it's about how, because, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos of owls in flight, but you can't hear a thing. They just, and you don't hear a thing. Maybe vaguely, right? But they're very quiet. They maneuver as opposed to me, right? and they're very quiet, and you wouldn't know it. So it's about using your, being methodical, all right, and having a plan and following through with it. So let's see what your soul's craving as a vacation. Yeah, inventory. What is worth it to you, and how you go about doing something, and where you're investing yourself, and the people, places, experiences that you are spending time, that you're, again, investing your time, energy, and value in. This is a time to get organized. This is a time to create structure where there hasn't been structure. This is a time to look at how far you've come, and perhaps there is a need to slightly alter or adjust your trajectory or your plan, slightly adjust how you've been going about doing what you're doing. So there may be some changes that are necessary or needed in order to continue to move forward in your goals. Okay, you may have come so far, but maybe you're feeling a little bit blocked, and now again, it's about the right information coming through, but in the meantime, doing what you can until that new information arrives. And so with that being said, we're looking back again, we're taking inventory, we're getting organized, we're putting things in order. Okay, Capricorn? And so again, I encourage you, visit your moon rising rising, Venus, North nodes. Check us out, girlinnermoon.com, to schedule your very own session. We are here for you live, in addition to the pre-recorded. So we look forward to connecting with you. Have a good full moon. Till next time. Aquarius, hey, what's up? Kapualani here. Got your girl in her moon, Aries full moon reading. So Aquarius, let's tune in here. Let's see what the cards and spirit have to say, what guidance they have for you this Aries full moon. We got Four of Wands kind of in a reverse position. So maybe there's a new beginning that you're wanting, that you're seeing, that you are yearning for, a connection, whether it's your own vision, your own clarity of a vision coming together, coming through, a new start for you, or whether it's a new relationship or a next level for your current relationship, okay, or a new direction, a coming together of things for your new relationship that maybe you're struggling with, maybe you're having, because again, it was reversed. So there may be something that's eluding you in terms of steps to take. There may be something that feels like it's out of your hands, is what I'm getting, Aquarius. But let's see, again, what we see here with the cards in the overall message, and just going to keep that Four of Wands in mind in the meantime as we explore. Okay. What you need to hear from the universe, Aquarius, your opening message, the Hierophant, gather your information. Okay, if you're feeling out of sorts in any which way, or if this next step, if it's eluding you and you're not sure, because the Four of Wands, there can be an exchange of energy going on here. There can be trade that's happening. It could be business, starting up a business, or some type of a business relationship in some kind of a way with another, or just for yourself, like I said. And maybe there's some things that you're needing to get a bit more informed on before you go full blast on it, okay? Or maybe, again, you've been stumped, and there could be some either insight, some guidance that you could use to help you go through it, to move past any stuckness, okay? But the Hierophant is more than anything saying to trust your higher self, tune into your higher self, use this time to connect with your instincts, your higher self, forgive me for the repetition, but your guides, for example, your ancestors, your angels, for connection, for guidance about what to do. Aside from that, this is again saying to inform yourself, do the research, go to the right people, the right places, the right resources to educate yourself on whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or figure out right now, okay? So this is a validation. You're on the right track, but right now, this may be a time to just, again, gather info, gain guidance, do a little bit of research. Don't be afraid to go into the unknown, to retrieve whatever experience, or again, forgive me for the repetition, but information that you may need to go further along on your journey. What will this full moon be bringing into your awareness, Aquarius? Five of Wands. So 5 and 5 here. There may be a little bit of a struggle with getting things moving. You may be feeling a little bit of a conflicting energy or tension with others around you. It may not even be direct. It could just be vibrational, could deal with the collective. And you're having to just kind of fend off any of that weird sort of, like I said, tension energy where you're picking up on other people's signals that may have nothing to do with you. Okay, so that's where this is a reminder. Practice makes perfect, and persistence may very well be the key in getting to the other side of something. So don't give up in your search. Don't give up in your efforts. If anything, this is encouragement to keep going, but to be mindful, pick and choose your battles wisely, all right? Because again, there may be situations or scenarios that really have nothing to do with you that you don't need to worry about getting involved in. So that's where trusting your higher self and looking at things from a little bit of a different perspective here, again, maybe getting a little bit more clued in, well informed. Sorry about again that repetition, but it's coming up for a reason. But just, you know what I'm saying? Getting that information so that you can know a bit more, have more clarity and knowledge about what it is that you're dealing with. So it's like if you get a weird vibe, it's like, okay, Spirit, is this what's going on? Maybe do a reading. I'm keeping it really basic and simple here, but I think you feel me, Aquarius. So what are you perhaps revisiting? 9 of Swords. Okay, what's keeping you up at night, Aquarius? What are the stresses? What are the fears that may be bothering you, maybe preventing you from feeling confident, feeling clear in whatever it is that's coming up? All right. I feel like this may have a lot to do with sleep, though. You might be getting, I don't know, maybe your sleep is getting rattled a little bit. I don't know if you've been having weird dreams, but if you are, that's where just clear the space. All right. If you've been getting some things coming through in your dream space, maybe that Hierophant is saying, like, look it up, check it out, get some deeper insight to it. If you have been struggling, if you have been, experiencing a lot of stress, I really encourage you, okay, Aquarius, to go out and, go talk to someone. If not a therapist, maybe a friend or a loved one that you could just blow off some steam or vent to. And if it is, we are here for you. So book a session. That's what we're here for, to help shed some light on the unknown, give you guidance on your journey, and more than anything, validate what needs to be validated. And I'm not gonna say, yes, we're validating that you're stressing out because everything's coming. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know what the personal situation is. We're gonna see here some advice in a second. But again, I invite you to take a breath, take a breather, especially when I see the swords in a state where it's like this, a bit of conflict, and it's like, ugh. The stressful thoughts, the dark thoughts are really getting to us. And so that may be very well what you're contending with, and maybe that's part of some energy to move through, okay? Maybe you're worried about a situation or a relationship. So let's get some advice. So we've got 9 and 9 here with the air and the water, mental and emotional. Look, things are going to work out, okay? The 9 of Cups is all about wishes and fulfillment, of course, if you're familiar with this card. And it's saying that things are going to be just fine. Not to glaze anything over, but, it came through. I'm seeing the 9 of Cups. Maybe that's part of what you could be worrying about is like, oh gosh, is this going to turn out? Am I going to get what I want? Am I going to be okay? All right, the 9 of Cups is saying to focus on what you have managed to create, the joy and things that you have gratitude about. Focus on what you're grateful for, because that may very well surprise you. Maybe you're feeling as though you're having to compete to keep or to get what you want, but when you really kind of lean back and take a look at what you have actually created and been able to maintain and sustain, you may be surprised, okay, Aquarius? So I hope that helps to alleviate any stress that you may be feeling. I know it's not much, but hopefully it's something. So let's get some guidance on what your soul may be craving as a vacation, what you can do for some downtime. Let loose. 7 of Cups. Simplify, let loose. Recognize where there may be some illusions, where you may be getting a little bit ahead of yourself, where you might be a little bit oversaturated by other people's energies. That's what I'm kind of getting here in a way. The 7 of Cups is a card of intoxication. So, where you've been maybe a little wound up, let loose, but please do be mindful not to overdo or, underdo for that matter, anything. Mind your levels of, just food, drink, whatever it is. Notice if and when you might be self-medicating so that you can bring some balance there and you're not, again, overdoing or underdoing anything for that matter. But keep in mind, all right, with the 7 of Cups, there's a number of potential ways in which you can experience joy. And having the 9 of Cups, you're only 1 cup away. So I just want to say simplify, okay? Don't let yourself get too overwhelmed. Maybe there's a number of options. Maybe you have a number of opportunities. Maybe there's a number of people that you just want to spend time with or do something with. And it's like, oh gosh, I don't know what to do. So it's like, hey, I'm just going to choose me. It could be that simple, but especially when it comes to health-related stuff, or just taking care of you, choosing healthy things, all right? But again, allow yourself a space to relax and unwind, to maybe kick your heels up a little bit if it's been very tense and very kind of constricted or restricted. But please do, again, be healthy, be safe, because I am seeing just these kind of, I don't want to say intense, but it's just blah, 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 you know what I mean? It's like blah, I don't know if that makes sense, but the energy is just, it can be very distorted. Okay, so lean and err on the side of simplicity. Try not to be too competitive in terms of feeling like you need to keep up with anything or anyone. When you focus on what you are grateful for and you simplify in that way, everything else just falls into place. Okay, Aquarius? So I'm going to remind you to check out your moon, rising, Venus, North Node signs for some deeper insight. And remember, we are here for you, girlandhermoon.com, whether it's a pre-recorded or a live reading, because of course we offer live readings now. We are here for you. So have a blessed and bright full moon, Aquarius. Till next time. Hey. Hey Pisces, how are you? I hope that this finds you doing well, Pisces. Kapualani here with your girl and her moon, Aries full moon reading. Let's dive in and see what the cards have to reveal for you this Aries full moon. Let's see, Pisces. Okay. What do you need to hear from the universe, Pisces? Transformation. Make sure that you're not stagnating anywhere or holding up any changes that are inevitable. Okay, change is inevitable is what I'm picking up on. And while it may not be the most comfortable position right now, Pisces, trust that everything is always working out to your benefit and in alignment with your highest, greatest good and your highest timeline. Okay, I'm going to say that again. This is a time to embrace and just manifest it, call it in. That whatever is happening right now, especially if you're in sort of a question mark space, especially if you're feeling very kind of insecure or like, I don't know what's going on, there's a lot of change happening. Everything is always happening to my benefit and in alignment with my highest, greatest good and my highest timeline. All right, Pisces? But there are some changes that are happening. There are some things that are in transformation. This could just deal with you yourself. Again, everything from the inside out, right? So take it slow and steady, but acknowledge again where you may be hanging on to certain things, where you may be stuck in the past and maybe where you're not allowing yourself or others around you to evolve, or where you're not just kind of like letting go, letting flow. Okay, what will this be bringing into your awareness this full moon? 3 of Cups. So I mean, it's really just, I don't know why, but I'm hearing good times. There are things to be celebrated. So maybe there are some, things that you've been mourning lately, things that you've been, again, maybe some grievances, things from the past that have come up that have brought about some sadness. But this is about recognizing what there is to celebrate, that there are things worth celebrating, and that life in and of itself can be worth celebrating, right? So lean on those friends, those family, the close people that you can really sort of pour your heart out to, when you really need to. Those people that you know are going to be there for you to lean on, okay, Pisces? And one thing that I will say with the 3 of Cups is just be mindful of any gossip, okay? Stay out of the gossip and make sure that you're not the one carrying on with the gossip, okay? So we just want to put a pin in it, is what I'm getting. Maybe you're observing it and you just want it to be over. So in that case, yeah, walk away from that, stay out of it, okay? Especially right now with things being so volatile and in flux, collectively speaking, all right? Okay. What are you perhaps revisiting? What's good to revisit? The new vision, the Ace of Wands, taking the reins and acknowledging where you are empowered to take action. What is motivating and inspiring you at this point in your life and moving forward in terms of where you would like to see things developing or how you would like to see things develop, okay? Your future goals and potential here. So this Ace of Wands is a reminder like, okay, if I had a magic wand and I could just go bing, what does your current life, how does your current reality not match the reality that you would like to be seeing, the life that you would like to be living? Okay, how is it matching and how is it not matching? And therefore, what action can you take today? Just one thing that you can do today, and then the next day, whatever, to help you to align, to help you to get there. Okay, and remembering again, the power is within your control, it's within your hands, and the new cycle, maybe it's already started. Okay, and so sometimes it's like everything is kind of happening all at once. So it may be that there's some new cycle starting and you're having a little bit of difficulty shedding some of the old or whatnot. So let's get some advice for a smooth full moon. 7 of Swords, yeah, things may not be all that they seem. You may have to go back and forth. You may have to kind of have a little bit of a do-over. There maybe you don't realize or recognize that there's a new beginning. Maybe there's just everything feels like it's coming to an end. Maybe it just feels like everything is deteriorating, but Spirit's here to remind you that savvy fox, there's always a way, okay? And just because you might think there's only one direction to take or only one direction in which things could be going here, remember the universe has a number of different ways, infinite possibility potential. So just remember, you think you're so smart and savvy. But just, the universe has other options, has other ways. So it's not what you say, but how you say it. It's not what you do, but how you do it. And you're not stuck, all right, Pisces? You are not stuck. You are out of anyone. You're not stuck. You wiggle your way out, okay? No matter what it is. I just felt inclined to say that. And again, the savvy fox here. So whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish or to do, number one, discretion may be best. You may have to do something undercover. It may be better. And in terms of a discussion, not all gossip is bad gossip. If there's good stuff going on, or even if there's bad stuff that you overheard, there's a time and a place, and there are some things that you're meant to just keep to yourself. Okay, that's coming through as well. You may have had an aha moment. You may have heard something juicy. We're like, oh, wow. I don't know. And it may not be about anyone. It could just be an idea, for a direction with a business or making money or whatever. You know what I mean? It may be something that you're not feeling entirely confident about yet. So you're wanting to keep it under wraps before you just go and tell everybody about what you're doing. So maybe there's something that you are excited about, but before you go and blab or say anything to anyone, it may be best to kind of, get a little bit of a handle on it, see where this is taking you first. Let some things develop, let some things close out before you say anything. It may be best for you to have some discretion. And deception with the Seven of Swords, deception isn't necessarily a bad thing. Okay, or it doesn't have to be shady. Again, it can be about having the right discretion in terms of doing something or whether or not you're going to say something. Again, it's not what you say, but how you say it, not what you do, but how you do it. Okay, and when. Okay, all right. Rounding things out, what sort of a vacation is your soul craving this Aries full moon? Yeah, light and easy. You want to just kind of open up to that childlike sense of play and fun again. Daughter of Cups, be mindful to the messages coming in. Be mindful to the gossip or to particular insights. It doesn't have to be negative, okay? Pages are messengers, so there could be incoming vibes, empathic, intuitive hits that you're getting, gut feelings that aren't fully developed, but you're like, oh, okay, maybe I head in that direction, maybe I check that out, whatever. And it doesn't have to be full-fledged. Like I said, it's something that you can do low-key, but that will open you up to expressing more joy, or at least just feeling that within yourself. But you definitely could use lighter and brighter company, a lighter and brighter environment. Maybe again, there are some heavier things that you're dealing with, but now is the time to sort of surround yourself by illumination, by joy, and by things that are going to uplift your spirit, and again, nurture, inspire, and encourage your inner child and your playfulness to come out. All right, it's not to say that you shouldn't be taking things seriously, but maybe things have been a little bit too serious, and it's time to lighten up. Okay, Pisces, so I do hope that that has helped. Please don't forget to visit your Moon, Rising, Venus North Node for again some deeper insights. And remember, we are here for you. We're always here for you, of course, but girlandhermoon.com for a pre-recorded reading or a live reading, because of course we do offer those live readings now. But thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I want to wish you a very bright and blessed full moon. Till next time, take care.